Hello guys, good morning. Today I will discuss about the next topic in chapter 11, motion. Today's our topic is motion. Motion means you can say change in position of object with time. Suppose when we are traveling in a car, what do we see? We feel that we are in the same place, but the trees, buildings, people, and even the road are moving in the opposite direction. In fact, the car is moving. But the surrounding means buildings, trees, people, and even the road are at rest. So this movement is called movement with respect to the surroundings. This is called movement with respect to the surroundings. Why? Because actually we are in running. We are traveling in a car, but the surroundings are at rest. Okay? So, in other words, we can say when a body changes its position from one place to other with respect to another object at rest, the object is said to be in motion. Clear? For example, when you start running from the start line in a race, the finish line starts getting nearer to you as you run towards it. This happens because the distance between you and the finishing line goes on decreasing. Thus, when you are in motion, your position changes from the start line to the finish line, which are phased line. It means you start running from the start line, but your finishing line, you can say, goes on decreasing. That means which are fixed. Clear? Other examples of motion: car moves with respect to trees at rest. Train also moves with respect to buildings, whatever. Clear? Next, we see the types of motion. So, if you look around, you will see that many objects around you are in motion. When you look around, you will see that many objects around you are in motion. Example: the wheels of a bus, the hands of a clock, a ball thrown across the field, and a cyclist in a race. Okay? Motion is of 4 types. Therefore, we can say motion is of 4 types. First, translational. Second, rotational. Third, periodic, and non-periodic. How many types of motion? There are 4 types. First is translational, second rotational, third periodic, and last one is non-periodic. So let's study them one by one. Okay, so first type of motion is translational motion. Translational motion. Here, when an object and all its parts move from one point to the other with respect to another object at rest, it is called translational motion. For example, a fruit falling from a tree. Fish swimming in a water, or ball bowled with playing cricket are some example of translational motion. Why? Because when fish is swimming in water, fish is in motion, but water is in rest position. Okay. A fruit falling from a tree means fruit is in motion, but tree is in rest motion. Clear? So depending on the path followed by the moving body, translational motion can be further classified as rectilinear and curvilinear. Depending on the path followed by the moving body, translational motion is classified in 2 categories, like rectilinear and curvilinear. So now let's try to understand rectilinear motion. The motion of an object along a straight path. Straight means, you can say, not in curved line, totally straight. Okay, straight path is called rectilinear motion. Example, a car moving along a straight road. The movement of your fingers while drawing a straight line and a marching parade are examples of rectilinear motion. You can see here a marching parade shows rectilinear. Why? Because this shows straight path. Okay, just opposite of rectilinear motion, another is curvilinear, means the motion of an object along a curved path. Curved means you can say in circle form. Example, ball thrown in the air. Ball thrown in the air, movement of a dart to the target, and a stone thrown using a slingshot are example of curvilinear. Here you You can see the picture, a vehicle along a curved road, curved, not straight path. Okay, so guys, next type of motion we will explain tomorrow. I hope you will understand well this shift speak, and please, I repeat again, listen all of you, you have to write all the difficult words in your notebook and learn sincerely. Okay, that's all. Thank you. Next